So, Rick and Morty Season 6. If you guys weren't aware, I went over this season episode by episode over on the second channel, and now it's time for me to figure out how I feel about this season overall. Rick and Morty is a popular cartoon sitcom series. It started off in 2013 by Dan Harmon and the boy Justin Roiland. It follows the adventures of Rick Sanchez and his grandson Morty Smith as they go on multiple sci-fi adventures. Seasons 1 through 3 is where they saw the rise in popularity, with 3 being the peak. I would personally say season 3 is where there's a slight decline in the seasons, but we still get good episodes every now and then, some mediocre, and some amazing spectacles to view. Was it a good season? Am I starting to see a pattern from previous seasons to this one? Did the evil Morty situation fix Rick and Morty? Well, let's break the ice and talk about it. I want to preface this by saying I'm always willing to give Rick and Morty a chance. I've been a fan since 2016, and I even love what Justin Roiland brings us with solar opposites. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it so hard for Rick and Morty to have a good season from start to finish now? Season 5 ended with a lot of promise. Evil Morty breaks free and destroys this caged part of the universe that the Ricks have made for themselves to seem like they're the smartest person in the universe. And now in the beginning of season 6, we see what that means for the crew, and it starts off strong. The portal gun doesn't work anymore, and they end up getting split off and going back to their original dimensions where they were from. Morty gets sent back to the dimension that he fucked up in a love potion episode that I keep forgetting for some reason. And Rick got sent back to his original dimension, and his original garage, where his original wife and original kid died. That started this entire journey. We get a lot of glimpses of Rick's character that I really like within this part. Rick's programmed this AI at the house to remind himself that he's worthless, and no matter what happens, he can't be happy because of what happened. He will never be happy, which just puts a lot of things in a perspective with his character, because we have seen him try to be happy. We've seen him try and get better, even within this season, but it's always either because of him or the universe itself. He always ends up alone and isolated from his friends and family. We also end up setting up the new long-term story that's going to be told for God knows how long. The Rick that forced him into this life is Morty's original dimension's Rick, and Rick reveals that all of this so far has been him trying to track him down, and now it's the best chance since everyone got sent back to their original dimensions. And he fell for a trap. He's being mocked by this heinous person, and he can't do anything about it but stand there and watch. I loved this. This was the perfect next episode to capture all of the audience's attention after the last episode of season 5. I'm now ready for the episodic adventures, because I know that's how most of Justin's media is, and that's exactly what we got. For the most part, I really like these episodic adventures, but I call this season mixed because of 2 glaring episodes in this season that makes me cringe to all belief. And those are the incest episodes. I didn't mind the Beth and Space Beth episode as much because it felt like character growth for Jerry. Their parents haven't been getting a lot of growth in the recent season, so anything is good to me, at least. Had a little confidence for once, never hurt anyone. I'll look back at this in retrospect not liking it because of the other incest episode we got this season. God, I hate this episode so much that I didn't even want to talk about it, but it's an episode teasing that Jerry will sleep with his mom, and I just don't want to talk about it. I wish this was a JMatch97 video, because okay, moving on. Some of my favorite episodes of this season were Night Family, Full Metal Jack Rick, and Analyze Piss. Each of these episodes feel original and over the top in the right way. They don't feel demeaning or condescending like some episodes have in the past. These characters are starting to feel like actual characters again, rather than vessels for these writers to complain or make weird comments about something. It is weird though in Full Metal Jack Rick that Rick says he hates meta and everything involved with it, when he always breaks the fourth wall within the show. Not as much this season though. We didn't really get a big season finale. It was a Christmas episode technically, and it's a good tie-in I guess to some of the episodic episodes that we've been getting beforehand. In Analyze Piss, Rick goes to therapy and actually tries to better himself to solve the issue with people trying to kill him so much. And it seemingly works because he stays out of the way for the rest of the episode as a neutral member and even tries his hardest later to make sure Pissmaster's family thinks he went out like a hero instead of how he actually went out. In the episode, A Rick and King Mortis Morts, I probably messed that title up somewhere along the line. It feels like the therapy is actually helping because throughout the episode, Rick is letting Morty control the adventure. Morty somehow becomes king of the Knights of the Sun and thinks Rick is trying to be disdainful by letting him mess everything up, and by the end of it, Rick is forced to Vadavasta the situation, but this time, it comes off as him trying to be nice for once. But in this finale, it's revealed that the Rick and the Knights of the Sun episode, I'm not going to try to say the name again, was a robot made because he was pissed off that Morty called him boring in the beginning and didn't want to do what he wanted to do. Which is so petty that it feels like the therapy was either a ruse for this reveal, or the therapy made him more obsessive with trying to find Rick Prime. And he promises Rick and the audience that season 7 will be him dragging Morty into this obsession. And it really seems like this entire season was a tease of what's to come. And honestly, I'm fine with that, but there's a slight part of me that feels like at least some of the episodes felt like wasted time. I'm really curious how they will handle season 7 though. This honestly was a good season overall, especially coming off of 4 and 5. With the episodes feeling decent to great, it hasn't reached the low points as some of the episodes before, and has actually reached some high points, at least with the first episode, with everything just feeling consistent at this point. That's all I can ask for with Rick and Morty. But with that being said, what are your opinions on Rick and Morty season 6? Are you upset that it feels like a tease for season 7 overall, or are you excited for season 7? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. I hope season 7 is good. That's all I can say. I don't know if I want a major thing to happen with the Rick Prime stuff, but something. Just let something happen. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.